So let's summarize the facts, guys. Basically, in July of 2020, Tory, Meg Thee Stallion, and her friend, who I forget her name, went to a party at Kelsey at Kylie Jenner's house in Los Angeles, right? Everyone is drinking, getting drunk, and Tory is hitting on Kylie Jenner, right? But, right, at the time, unbeknownst to the other two girls, he was also hooking up with Meg Thee Stallion and the other girl, Kelsey, right? So everyone there is drunk. An altercation breaks out, and Jenner kicks out all three of them, right? She kicks out Meg, Kelsey, and Tory. They get in a vehicle and start driving home. The news gets out that Tory had hooked up with Kelsey, who was Meg's best friend. Mind you, Tory and Meg had been in a somewhat serious relationship for a number of months, right? And when this is revealed, the girls go ballistic, right? And mind you, they're emotional, they're drunk, they're obviously angry because of Tory hitting on Jenner. So a fight breaks out, okay? They start fighting each other. They pull over on the side of the road, and we know from evidence, because we got, broken jewelry, nails, etc. At some point, the car pulled over to the side of the road, because I think the bodyguard was driving. Tory was in the front seat, and then the two girls were in the back. Maybe Tory was, no, I think Tory was in the beginning. I think Tory was in the front and the girls were in the back. And then when they switched it up, Tory was in the back and then one of the girls was in the front seat. Either way, the general thing is they all started fighting, right? Megan and the girls start fist fighting on the street. Okay. Tory tries to break it up, blah, blah, blah. And during this entire altercation, a gun goes off, right? And Meg is shot in the foot, okay, by shrapnel, bullet fragments, etc. Right? They found bullet fragments in her feet because I think it ricocheted off the ground when she was getting shot at, and she was bleeding, etc. And she alleges that Tory shot her and said, "Dance," when he was shooting at her, right? "Dance, bitch," right? And shot her. That's alleged, according to her. At first, she lied and said, "Oh, I got hit with glass. I got hit with broken glass when whatever." Right? She tried to cover for him, and then later on, she changed her story up and said that Tory shot her. Fresh, I think you have something to add. What kind of caused her to change her story and try to expose Tory?
Yeah, and let's also point out that Meg invited Tory to the party, Kylie's party. So
okay,
the whole thing of him being there is because Meg wanted him to be there with them, and then he was hitting on Kylie. So it's kind of like, okay, imagine your shorty invites you to a party. You go hit on the main girls that's having the party. It's like, yo, what you doing, nigga? Anyhow, so yeah, that being said, he was there. And basically, Meg gave police a story that, hey, you know what? This happened where glass
stepped on glass.
Was in my foot. Nothing other than that happened. And she's trying to cover, I guess, people's, livelihood, not to put anyone in danger.
Yeah.
So respectfully, she did the right thing by not. I want to say
she covered for Tory at first.
She kind of covered it for Tory, and they want to put him out there. But things happened after that, and basically, Tory was kind of nonchalant about it. He wasn't really pushing the issues, whatever, things happen. He didn't really bring it up in how she wanted it to be brought up, and she felt the type of way about it. And then she went online and said, "Hey, Tory did this and that," and then she wrote the news that Tory shot her. So I think somewhere between there, something happened where she's like, "You know what? Fuck this nigga, I'm about to turn this shit up."
Yeah,
but I don't know what happened.
So she got angry,
but something happened.
Yeah, something happened behind the scenes that prompted her to say, "I'm not going to cover for you
anymore."
And
mind you, Tory was dating her, legit, pull up to her crib, she pulled up his crib, smashing her all, doing the whole thing. Allegedly, so they were actually doing stuff together intimately.
Yeah.
So imagine short that you're messing with is all right, cool, I got your back, and then all of a sudden just switches because so it's messy.
So and we're gonna talk about the 5 things that you guys we can learn from this situation here.
Yeah.
But I guess we can count down from number 1, right?
Yeah.
Or 5 in this case, guys. So number 5 in this countdown of things to avoid, guys, around women, especially so you don't end up in a situation like this, is avoid being piss drunk around females, guys.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this wouldn't happen if he wasn't drunk around.
Guys,
the party.
Being drunk is an understatement. They were lit.
Yeah,
bad.
From what we heard,
damn near blackout.
Because we know people that were there. They're they were legit stumbling. Meg was legit turned all the way up.
Yeah.
And okay, when you mix alcohol with emotions, you can only imagine what happens to people's actions. Because
Jenner kicked them out for a reason.
Exactly. So I would just say, in that instance, we can all agree here that if Tory was somewhat more, I want to say, sober and able to think rationally, maybe he would say, you know what, this is not good news for me, I'm out of here. Or even say, you know what, I don't want to be around this environment, I'm out. So that being said, in that environment, Meg was obviously upset. Kelsey was upset as well because Tory's messing with both of them. And to be real, maybe if he was like more sober, he could have thought rationally. But again, I mean, everyone in that place was lit. So that being said, you kind of got to think about it. Okay, if they were sober, what would happen? So
yeah, it probably wouldn't have ended up as bad as it ended up.
And then to leave the party and then into that fight, it's just like it's emotions, and you're lit. Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So that's number one. And we tell you guys on this podcast all the time, guys. Like me and Fresh don't really drink, guys, at all. And
then don't forget, we're dealing with girls that are like city girls. They turn up, they get lit, they destroy things. They really want to fight and get actionable. So you add that with liquor.
Yeah, it's bad.
Disaster.
That's L. I mean, she was literally fist fighting. I mean, just to put this in perspective for you guys, when they were trying to drive home, they pulled over on the side of the road in an affluent area in LA, and Meg Thee Stallion and that girl literally fist fought, guys, at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Think about that for a second. What type of people are you dealing with where they pull over on the side of the road and literally square up and fight each other in a residential area, screaming at each other and stuff? Because witnesses heard everything and came out. So they were obviously causing a scene and going crazy. And they were fine for a bit because there was broken nails and jewelry all over the place when the police showed up on the scene later.
One of the witnesses, Sean Kelly, saw basically what happened.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, he had Tory's side. And then all of a sudden, he just switched to Meg's side.
Switch his story, yeah.
How is this possible?
Yeah,
but
he was paid off.
That's a little bit
you know how that goes.
behind the scenes, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's all going to be avoided if they were like more sober, I would say, and aware.
Yeah. Alcohol it hurts everyone's situation, but as a man, guys, it hurts you the most because you're the one that's going to be held accountable. So you gotta stay sober as much as you can, or not get that belligerently drunk. And alcohol in general isn't even good for you guys. Like, yo, for all you guys that are watching this that drink every weekend or drink often, like, bro, just stop it, right? I mean, Chris, LOL, but don't be like Chris, guys, all right? Because it's not it. As a man, guys, if you do something stupid when you're drunk, you're not going to get the same privileges that females get. They're not going to say, oh, you were just drunk, or blame it on the alcohol. No, they're going to blame you, and then you're going to go to jail, bro. So you will be held accountable for being a drunk moron way more than a female.
I mean, look at it in real time. Like, you could be accused of rape, violence, hurting somebody, and it's all because, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Put him in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, do not OD, man. I do a little bit, but I don't do it too much to where I'm like, we're fighting bitches on the side of the road, man.
And even now, right? I'll go to like certain settings. I'll take a shot or two just to be social with people that I'm trying to like network with. But I never want to be literally drunk. I never want to be like super drunk because that's just like, it's dumb.
If you could avoid it altogether, guys, just like don't drink. I'll tell you, man. Like last time I got lit was
the party
in January.
1 mil party.
And I feel way better right now. I'm 33 years old. I know y'all see me in the gym with my progress and everything else like that. I put my stories up. I'm like stronger and feel better than like ever before. And I'm like in my 30s. But the reason why is because I've never been a big drinker during my life anyway. But it's just not worth it, guys. It really isn't. It messes up your skin, makes you look old, makes you ages you. It's not worth it. And it messes your gym progress up. It ain't worth it, guys.
I mean, I'm 30 years old.
It's a waste of money.
I'm 30 years old now. The first major drink I ever drank was at a 1 mil party.
There you go.
That's the most I ever drank in my life.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. So guys, it ain't worth it, man. All right. So that's number 5, guys. Don't get belligerently drunk around women. That's number 5, right? Number 4. And that segues perfectly into the next one here.
Oh God.
If you're taking a girl seriously, guys, all right, don't mess with her best friend.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That is key.
Like, bro.
There's levels to this shit, bro.
Yeah.
And that barrier you just crossed is kind of like, you're asking for a beating.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Like that's like, yeah. It's just not a good look because see, look here. Women are already emotional, guys. When you cheat on them with someone they don't even know, let alone you cheat on them with like their best friend. You know what I mean?
Because
like,
now you're trying her.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You cheated with a random girl. All right, I don't know her like that.
Yeah.
Forget
You're Tory Lanez. Okay, I get it.
But my best friend, nigga, I'm about to give you an 8-ball.
Yeah. I mean, can you do it like after you break up with her though? Like after you break up with her, can you date her friend afterwards?
I mean, you got to let some time elapse, man.
Like what, 2 weeks?
See, you just don't know her temperament. You don't know what she's gonna do. Like, okay.
Yeah, what makes it bad is that they were hooking up when he was still with Meg.
Yeah.
That's what made it crazy.
And she didn't know.
Yes.
See, at least Myron says, hey, it's gonna happen.
So I tell y'all, man, don't just keep it real, bro.
It's gonna happen.
Keep it real.
Versus In blindsight, you just walk into your room, you see your girl or yourself getting smashed. It's like, yo, I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And what happens all the time? People get shot, people get hurt, people get cars keyed, people get their tires slashed. You never know how they're gonna react to it. But adding alcohol with that emotion, holy, it's a disaster.
This was literally like a recipe for failure all the way through. If you really go through all the facts and everything, and as we systematically go down this list, you guys are going to see all these volatile ingredients were in the concoction to literally, create this situation that ruined Tory.
And in hindsight, I'm sure Tory was like, you know what, I shouldn't have been there, I should have did that.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it's like, yo, this is lit.
Because I think he was still seeing Meg at the time, so that's why she was so pissed. It's not like they had been broken up, right? Yeah. And they were amicable, and she didn't care if she saw him with other women. Like, clearly they were still had something, or she still had feelings. So it's like, bro, if you're with a chick, man, and y'all have a serious relationship to some degree, like he had with her, right? You don't want to be smashing her friend.
And here's the problem: you might be
plenty of women out there.
Hold on. But let's say Tory side right here. Let's say you're Tory. You know what? I'm Tory Lanez. I'm doing my stuff. Like, she should understand what it is, bro. You already know who you're dealing with, Meg Thee Stallion. And then secondly, you might be like, you know what, this is whatever. I'm just smashing whatever. But to her is like, you know what, this is serious. So you add her being serious, that environment, you flirting with other girls in front of her face, and she's drunk. You know what's gonna happen next, bro. Yeah. So,
facts.
Chris,
you were trying to say something? Go ahead.
No, man, she's big as fuck. I don't know why he's even trying her like that, man.
Yeah, she's got huge. Yeah, she's like 6 feet tall, right?
4 feet on Tory.
Yeah, right? So
yeah, she's actually huge. I forgot about that.
I mean, they said allegedly like she would always like beat on him. That's what they said. I don't know if that's true or not, but they would just say, hey, she toss him around because I mean.
So that's even worse. So like you're dealing with a woman that you know is prone to violence.
Toxic.
You know what I mean?
That's toxic, bro.
And you're gonna So, Mo, go ahead. Tell the audience that. What were you saying? Go ahead.
She was violent towards one of her other exes. That's
is it the dude that was mad about her pictures online?
No, before that.
Somebody else?
Yes.
She was beat on him?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. So there you go.
But no. Just think about
I'm not surprised. Her and her friend were literally turning into Street Fighter, right, in the middle of a nice neighborhood in LA. Come over here. So I'm not surprised.
I'm thinking, okay, let's say she's sober. Maybe it's not that bad. But if she's drunk, you for sure getting your ass clapped.
Yeah, man.
For
sure. So yeah, guys, don't sleep with a girl that you've been dating seriously's best friend. Okay, and to do it while y'all were together.
Yeah, I mean,
like, guys, you got to remember, women are emotional creatures, bro. If they find out something like that, and you've been selling the dream and stuff, oh man, they're coming after you, bro. They're coming for your neck. What do I tell y'all, guys? I've been telling you guys this since 2020.
Yep.
Women don't handle L's well, man. They really don't. And one of the biggest examples of rejection is you smashing one of her best friends.
Yep.
That female logic.
And she even know about it.
Yeah. So, guys, you gotta move intelligently. Reach. My ex did me dirty, so I slept with her sister. You guys are hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's payback, but be careful, man.
So, okay.